Yo, just a farmer here. If you clicked on this video, I know that the thumbnail struck a primal nerve in your jungler brain. Hundreds of games with useless laners. These are the people I can't tax. How did he die? I ganked him twice. Look at your map! Or you just like farming, like me. Either way, this is how you play Graves top. And more appropriately mid, I think you might be better in that lane, but let's not get into that. Also, sorry for the voice. I'm a bit sick. No, not that sick. First things first, I'm gonna preface this with, this is a for fun build, and you can pick any of these champs to just plain do better, but there's one thing that this Graves top thing has that none of them do, and I'll get into that. So, why would you play Graves in lane? What does he even do? It's simple, this guy will force push a wave, run off, do whatever Graves do in the jungle, then come back and do it again. God forbid you try to stop him, cause you are just one juicy canyon minion to him. So he's a bully laner with good wave clear. Big whoop. Any ranged laner can do that. Wrong. He's not a laner, he's a jungler, and he's looking right at that tasty gromp on your side of the map. But here's the real reason you picked this champion. Now watch in awe as the hyper farmer hyper farms. There is no wave too big. There is no cannon too far. No objective too strong. No cannon minion too juicy. There is only a farmer with a Ultiamat, and that's where you play Graves top. Or maybe your friend's a jungle main, and like any respectable Graves player, you get urges to play Graves. As far as build and runes, you can kind of do whatever you want, but specifically for lane Graves I recommend press the attack instead of any of his normal rune pages. Alongside all of these, and also resolve secondary for that extra tankiness. You could go bloodline instead of alacrity, but personally I like the attack speed on Graves. You could also swap out overheal for presence of mind if you think you need the extra mana, cause he does have very big mana problems. For the build you just need to rush Immortal Shield Bow and then buy a Tiamat or boots along the way, and then just finish the Tiamat into a Ravenous Hydra. As far as which pair of boots to buy, it doesn't really matter as long as it fits the situation. Usually you're just gonna end up buying Merc Threads or Ninja Tabby. Now that you have your core set up, from there you can pretty much build anything. I recommend you rush a Bloodthirster into some tankiness, like maybe a Spirit Visage or a Death's Dance just to make it so you really just can't die anymore. I also recommend buying a tier along the way because it just looks really funny when there's a Graves top with a Maru mana. Also he has mana problems. Listen, expect full well for most actual strong bruiser top laners or bullies to just beat you early. I'm gonna strangle this hamster. But once you hit Immortal Shield Bow you should be good to go. Until then, feel free to just keep forcing waves in your tower and checking out the jungle, you know, like who's gonna punish you? There's nothing that can go wrong. If the laner ever goes away, you just take the tower, take plates. His auto attacks do a lot of damage to the tower, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Late game Graves is just a split push monstrosity, and if the teams are ever busy doing an objective, you just take half the map. Just take the whole thing. And as long as you don't truly overextend, odds are they're not going to be able to kill you because you just have too much tankiness or too much lifesteal. And then there you go, you stole half the map and didn't get punished. Eventually you'll probably be a level or two above the enemy top laner, have 50 more CS, maybe even Flame Horizon them. And then after all that, you have a couple items, just solo the Baron. Remember, as a farmer you gotta protect your land, and here is how much of this space is your land. If they ever try to all-in you, just remind them who is on whose property. Besides that, you should be ready to start farming. I leave you off with Tiamat Graves to relax / fall asleep to. Have fun, and remember, protect your land. Peace.
Yield, I believe.
Oh! My life steal.
It's about like superheroes, but they're like corrupt as fuck.
Evil?
Yeah, but like no, like they don't see that because like
It's about superheroes, but they're all tech W. Yeah, but the main guy is like Superman if he was Omega Low.
you're weird.
Imagine it's like, you know how Batman, Spider-Man, they're all like wholesome 100. Imagine if they were just like weird channel. You know what I mean?
Why didn't you see it? Why did you see it?
I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it.
Shit, it was actually so cringe. I started crying a little bit. Happy, happy, happy.